What's up, everybody? So today we're going to be going over how to do a basic Osoto Gari. I'm really excited about this, so let me throw my gi on and let's get into this video. Let's take a look at how we can practice Osoto effectively. When we're talking about doing Nagikomi, or the part of throwing practice in Judo, what we want to focus on is the actual path in which I'm trying to strengthen in order to get a successful throw. So while we're in this position, I want to make sure that when I'm doing Osoto, everything is traveling in a forward to back motion. Even if I'm practicing my turn, my hip is traveling in a straight line, forward to back, and my leg is sweeping forward to back. I want to avoid sweeping my leg out wide and then coming across against the side of my partner's leg. He's most vulnerable on the back of his knee, okay? Making sure that our body is in contact here, where I'm not out wide with my hip sweeping the back of his leg. I want to make sure that we're in contact, rib cage to rib cage. As my leg sweeps through, I come down and I try to get my big toe to sweep just past the inside of his foot. So as much of my leg is in contact with his body at all times. So as Tori, the thrower, I'm in the most control possible. The other thing that's very important to notice, that changes with everybody, okay? So there's no right or wrong here, it's comfort, okay? For me, when I throw my hip through, you'll notice that my heel is turned a little bit. My foot is not facing straight forward. That's because for me to stand on balance, when I'm in this position, I personally find, just due to the strength of my leg and like how my muscles work, that my foot being straight forward causes my knee to bend in. Okay, so if I turn it out, now I can swing in a straight path and I can stand on balance. Whereas if I point my foot straight forward and I swing, it's actually a little hard for me to stand, and then I end up spinning and my hips end up changing direction. So that first step, it's okay to turn it as far as you need as long as it doesn't rotate your hips. You have to find that comfortable point for you to keep your hips in that straight line. I can have my hips facing straight forward, but my feet facing out, and that's perfectly okay when we're talking about doing Osoto, okay? So while we're in this position, the other thing to pay attention to is the right hand. As I'm here and I'm stepping, my right hand has to come higher than my partner's chest. I don't want to leave it down here in his chest and try to push him over. You'll get more power out of it by coming over the top and reaching, okay? Making sure that my elbow stays in contact with his chest, but my knuckles drive down his back and curl him in a bend that makes it even easier to sweep his leg out. From this angle here, we can see that as I come through, my elbow makes contact, and then my hand can start to curl, and it pushes that shoulder back, which makes him even more off balance, which makes the sweep nice and light. Now the finish for Osoto is important. We're gonna control our partner's descend with the sleeve hand, but I'm gonna drive him to the mat with my right on the collar, making sure I punch the floor straight down so that I can stay on balance and support my partner. So while we look for the first throw here, we're gonna warm up and we're gonna get in a good position where my ribs are making contact, my hip is starting to slide through, come through, here. And you can see that I stay on balance because my right hand here bases against his shoulder and I'm able to pull up on his sleeve in order to support my partner. As we're sweeping, the next important key feature when I'm sweeping up, I don't want to sweep back. I want to make sure that as I reap, my leg reaps and then my foot guides my head down. I don't want to use my chest from my hip down to throw him and then hack the leg. I want to make sure I lock my core, I lock my leg together, and it passes together, okay? If my leg is out here and I start bending right now, you can see I don't have an effectively good sweep. I need to use my glute first, then my chest, in order to have an effective throw. And we can see that here from the side view when we throw our partner. When we come through, We get him on balance, sweep through, and then together. Finding that balance point here with our hand and our foot where our leg helps guide the throw so we can effectively throw our partner in a good controlled manner. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I know I did. And if you're looking for more information on how you can get a better Osoto, make sure you check out my full-length course on judofanatics.com, Mastering Osoto Gari. I go into all the details, all the different situations, left on right, how to practice your uchikomis, how to practice moving uchikomis, all the different directions you could possibly need to know. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'd really enjoy it. We're really focusing on growing the community here on YouTube. And if you want to show your extra love and support for the channel, make sure you become a channel member by going to the community page here on YouTube. Thank you guys. Until next time.